you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Big E. Hello, Jay.
Gentlemen.
How are you, my friend?
Very well, thank
Doing
you.
all right?
Mm-hmm.
Having a good morning so far? So you got your coffee going?
I do.
Very nice. You throw that cup away, right?
I do, yeah. This is disposable. This goes right into the trash heap.
Yeah. You could probably reuse that. It's a nice cup.
No, these actually drop out the bottom. These are bought out of Costco. Yeah, by the end of the show, this will be rotting through the bottom.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awful. You don't want to forget and leave that sitting on a counter for overnight then.
It's not a robust cup, Mike.
Yeah. But it does keep your coffee warm.
It does. It's fine. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I wanted to get into, Jay, right out of the gate. I from what I understand, what I'm led to believe, Isis had some sort of an incident this morning.
Oh, Isis.
Yeah.
Stupid idiot. I can't even find this now. Okay. So basically what happened was
He's busy texting. Just
No, I was looking for, you know what? I already was looking for the email because I already forgot the thing I bought instead of the thing I meant to buy. So I was sitting on my phone on Facebook.
Through the Detroit Cast Amazon link? Is that where this is going?
It's not possible. To buy this on Amazon. So I'm on my phone and I'm fucking jacked because I see this thing, this advertisement on my Facebook come across. It's 90s country night at this place in Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to have like Mark Chestnut, Joe Diffie, Neil McCoy. And I'm like, oh God. I was so excited. I'm like, I need to go.
Oh God.
Oh man, this is big league. This is a big deal.
It is, dude. I'm like, oh my God, I could have a night of drinking beers and not just have it be like Kennedy's house, but these people would be in front of me singing the songs. So I'm like, I got to buy them. It's going to go, this will sell out. I have to buy them. And so I go onto the page. I'm like, okay. I look into the theater where you can now, of course, most things you can pick your tickets. You know, I'm going to pick on the aisle. I'm like, oh my God, the lower thing's already done. The upper thing's like half done. I need to get these tickets.
Looking for a single ticket.
And so I'm going to buy 3 because I'm like, I bet Chubbs and Mickey would want to go to this.
Hell
and
yeah,
even if they don't, I need to just buy them.
What
and
I know
don't,
of Chubbs and Mick, they definitely want to go to this.
They both like 90s country.
Hell yeah.
So I'm like, I whatever. I'll buy 3. You know, worst case, whatever. I don't care. And so I buy them. And I go to the confirmation. I'm like, how come the confirmation says comedy show and not concert? The concert tickets don't go on sale till Friday. I just went to the link and it said buy tickets.
Oh,
and I just went to the first thing on the page and bought 3 tickets to this comedy show. I don't even know when it is, and I don't know who's at the show. But
how much is that a phishing move by the company? Like, buy tickets now, and they're banking on people like you to just go. I think I'm buying the ticket I want, but I'm just buying some random.
Looking
ticket.
back on it later, I do remember
there were warning signs, weren't
there?
there?
I remember somebody in the comments did ask, "How much are the tickets?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? It says right here, buy tickets now."
But maybe pull up the page and we can click through and see what you saw.
Yeah.
Like if you go to the page. And because I bet it's pretty obvious.
There's probably multiple banners.
I won't be able to find that right ad because the ad came across on Facebook. I know I think it was the Michigan Theater in Jackson or something. So I don't think that the website, it will be very obvious on the website.
As much as I'd like to blast him for this, remember, was it last year I went and saw Journey at like Central Michigan or whatever with Marisa and Beth and Mike. And it was like, yeah, I'll get a hotel room because you're gonna stay the night, and hotels were sold out like crazy all over that area. And I booked a room, and then Beth, she wanted the confirmation, so I sent it to her, and she's like, I can't find this hotel anywhere. It turns out that I booked a room in South Carolina. I booked a hotel room accidentally in South Carolina. You don't remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah. I mean, it was obviously like a year ago.
Is there a similar named city or something like Birmingham, Michigan, Birmingham, Alabama,
something like that? Yeah. And it was like, oh wow, this is great. I found a cheap room and everything. This is going to be nice. I can't believe it. How lucky of me.
Oh, I got to log into my thing on Facebook, but I did find their Facebook page, I guess. But yeah, dude, I was so excited, man. I was just like, oh my God, this is going to be awesome.
You couldn't keep your emotions in check long enough.
I realized like I needed to buy these tickets. I'm like, they're going to go away. They're not going to stay. This will sell. It's already looks like there's tickets sold. I'm like, I'm just going to buy them, whatever. And I'm like,
so what comedy show are you seeing?
I'm not driving to Jackson for comedy. There's no way.
Who is it? It might be worth it.
I don't even know.
It's apparently selling well, though. So it's got to be someone popular.
It was associated with Bob and Tom. I know that. Like it said, Bob and Tom's comedy, but a lot of people are in Bob and Tom.
Sure.
I just don't know, dude. And so now I have to wait till Friday and get these again. I got. I'm sorry, I just can't find it.
You gonna be able to back out of the 3 comedy tickets, or are you gonna put them up for sale?
I'm gonna find. No.
Why don't we give them away on the show?
Yeah, we could maybe do that. You know what? Now I just realized I would. And then the stupid me. I fucking this morning. I'm trying to get better about going through my emails and erasing emails so I don't have a bunch of unopened emails or whatever. And I just did a bunch. So I'm looking at my trash trying to find it. That's why I can't. So, and the tickets are in the email. Now I'm sure in reality I could call the place up and say, hey, I erased this email. I bought 3 tickets.
Yeah.
But anyway, here we go.
But they charge you.
It ended up being $99 for 3 tickets, which
it's probably a pretty good show.
It just says Friends of the Bob and Tom Comedy Tour, Michigan Theater of Jackson. I don't even know when the show
say
is.
Who's on it?
No, it does not say who's on it.
Probably not a good show. Mike.
Yeah, but $33 a ticket. That's pretty steep for a comedy show, right?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you can pay $33 and see, no offense, but like big guys. I mean, real guys that
no offense taken.
Well, I don't know who I'm offending, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't either.
These people on this comedy show, these people on this shit comedy show. I know it doesn't say who it is. It just says this event, and so yeah.
Well, good luck.
If anyone wants to go to this concert, if anyone wants to see some comedy, I don't know when.
Some unnamed comedy, it'll be fun.
There has to be some information out there about who's going to be at this show.
I know. I can look it up later. I'll find out. It's at the like I said, it's at the what is it? The Michigan Theater of Jackson. So
yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody, and. Boy, oh boy, exciting news today. Monstrous Hurricane Michael.
You are so happy this thing is named Michael. You want this to be big, destructive.
Yes, and when
robust.
When the story leads with monstrous, it's like, oh fuck yes. It's got my namesake. I want to be proud of it. I mean, what was the last big one?
Just Florence.
Florence. So we've gone A, B, C, D, E, F,
G, HIJKL.
Can you name any of the HIJKLs?
Nope.
Not a one, dude. And so if M had passed and used my namesake and it had been some category 1,
you don't want Michael to fall to the side of Laverne, let's say.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, I was trying not to pay too much attention to this story because it was like, oh, then I'm sure it's going to be a pussy like me. This hurricane's going to stink. But now, dude, it's bearing down. It's supposed to make landfall today. And it's strengthened. My namesake has strengthened into a Cat 4. That's a big deal,
yeah,
man.
I saw indications it might go Cat 5, Mike.
Really? Oh, dude. Can you imagine the destruction that Hurricane Michael can wreak?
You want this thing to really hit.
I want it to hit hard,
yeah. I wonder, but what is, are you going to, what is the end game for you that it's why is it just because it's your name?
Yeah, I mean,
my middle name's Michael. Should I get half credit for this, or?
Sure, you can take some. I mean, if you want to start going by Michael, but to be able to just be like, yeah, when people think of the big ones through history, having my name up there would be kind of nice. So they're talking about towering waves, roof shredding winds, what could be one of the worst storms in living memory. Yeah.
A lot of bad ones recently. It's going to have to be.
I know.
Really leave a mark.
Yeah. More than 375,000 people up and down the Gulf Coast have been urged and ordered to evacuate ahead of the hurricane making landfall in the Florida Panhandle. Michael's forecast to bring 145-mile-per-hour winds, up to a foot of rain, and storm surge of up to 13 feet. Governor Rick Scott down there said the hurricane will bring unimaginable devastation and warn people in its path that, it's too late now. Too late for you to leave. Sorry, missed your window. The time for evacuating along the coast has come and gone. First responders will not be able to come out in the middle of the storm. If you chose to stay in an evacuation zone, you must seek refuge immediately. The head of FEMA, Brock Long, echoed the governor's warning. Unfortunately, this is a hurricane of the worst kind, a rapidly intensifying storm, which gives people very little time to prepare. It also gives them a shorter window to evacuate. Meteorologists said it had potential to become one of the worst storms in the history of the region. Man, University of Georgia's Marshall Shepard, former president of the American Meteorological Society, called it a life-altering event, Jay. That's Hurricane Michael we're talking about. Trump declared state of emergency for the entire state of Florida. Hope Mar-a-Lago's okay, But that by declaring that, what does that just mean? They get federal funding, more federal funding that opens up to them?
Yep. Hey, Isis, is this show October 13th?
It is.
I don't know why this was so hard to find. I mean, it's.
I didn't know the theater name. That's I just didn't know. Once I found the theater name,
you told us Michigan Theater.
But I didn't know it until I saw that email. I just remember it was called Michigan Theater or something, and it was in Jackson.
Greg Hahn, Al Jackson, and Kostaki Economopoulos.
A huge fan of his.
Well, you see, here's the thing, though. I've said this so many times about comedy. The thing is, the reality is these guys, I'm not saying they're good or bad, but people, it is so hard. The very, very, very few people become somebody that everybody knows in comedy. And it's not, like, look on the Ridley's website.
Obviously, if you're a Bob and Tom listener, you know these guys. Yeah. That's the key, right?
Yeah, but I was just making a point, though, that if you look at, like, the Ridley's site and see who's there every weekend, you'll look at somebody you've never heard of before and like, oh, what's his bio? Oh, been on every talk show. Oh, has a two half-hour Comedy Central specials. Oh, this. And it's just comedy's a kind of a bitch. So the idea of like, oh, I've never heard of these guys, dude, it doesn't mean they're not fucking funny. I'm not saying they are, though.
Listen to E trying to tout his 3 tickets.
He's proud of his purchase all of a sudden.
I'm not saying that. I'm sticking up for these guys.
Trying to keep its value.
I'm sticking up for my brethren. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
My peers.
Well, maybe we can give those away if someone wants them out there.
If they want to, I'll give them away for $33 a piece. Is what I'll be giving them away for.
No, that's your punishment. Kidding. You're going to give them away.
I know. I'm
to listeners, and I'm sure someone out there wants to go to that show.
Yeah.
So, anyway, back to my hurricane. There are going to be no shelters open in all of Wakulla County. The sheriffs warned because they're rated safe only for hurricanes with winds below 111 miles per hour, and my hurricane is talking about 145 miles an hour, which is way more. How do they rate it for 111? Did they get to 110 miles an hour and then someone went, not strong enough? We gotta add a couple more bolts to the walls here and make
wind tunnel, I guess. I mean, did they go to a wind, or some shit? I mean,
it just seems like an odd number to fall on. You know what I mean? Like we can handle 111 miles an hour, but after that, you're on your own. So if you're in that area, you are screwed. And we'll see. I guess it's supposed to hit today, so. We'll know more tomorrow.
Hey, everybody, your investment plan should be created just for you. However, developing and maintaining a financial plan can be a bit of a balancing act. Mark Leibovitz, our buddy at LPL Financial, can deliver the guidance needed to develop a well-balanced investment plan. So call Mark today. Tell him you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. That's 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Did you see Nikki Haley abruptly quit
yesterday?
Yeah. What U.S. ambassador to the UN.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of odd. Seems like a weird time for her to just up and quit.
Yeah, it did.
It
drew a lot of speculation. Is she going to run in 2020 against Trump?
Yeah, she claims no.
Yeah.
She
just needs a break. She's a family,
Yeah. She was the governor. She was a governor too for
South Carolina.
Yeah, for 8 years, and something just flew in my mouth. Something just landed in my mouth. Freaked me out.
That's freaking hilarious. Dude, I swallowed a bug the other day too. By the way, running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, dude. I don't. I mean, it only happens.
Run with your mouth wide open.
No, but if you start breathing hard enough, dude, it's like, and even out of the times they go in your mouth, probably 98% of the time you're able to spit it out still, but there's just that one time once in a while where
it's just throat.
Right, and it's just in there, man.
It's got to be weird for the bug too. Just cooking along, and all of a sudden he's in E's stomach.
I was thinking about bugs yesterday as I went to this trailhead where I start some of my runs, and there's a porta potty
on your left.
Yeah, and I go in this porta potty, and there's all these bugs living in the corner. I'm like, shit, man, of all the places for a bug to end up, these guys end up in this.
Do they even know about, what's that like?
No, they don't know.
No, but I mean, but it's just funny because they don't. You're right. That's my point. Yeah. They don't know. This is just their life.
Box, this plastic box. They live their whole existence in this.
Jesus, Mom,
nasty...
couldn't you have fucking laid me somewhere else?
I know. This whole egg set gets laid in this goddamn porta potty, and just inches away, just outside that plastic box, is just everything nature.
Yeah, an entire world, and they just see orange or whatever the color of the porta potty is their whole life, and then they just have to watch monster
Oh,
after monster
just-
walk in there and just unload
The
holy
shit
hell.
that they see.
Because nobody
Literally.
wants to go into a porta potty. It's an emergency.
They
if you go into
are that fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, that would suck. Dude, imagine being a fly and just like your dog takes a shit on the ground and it's like, oh, yeah, let me get in there.
Apparently that's awesome. it's
It's like, dude, they seek
It's all
that out.
relative, Mike. It's
I
all
mean, there's
relative.
a saying like flies to shit.
Yeah. I mean, they love it though. They can't get
They do.
enough of it.
Not enough of it.
Take a shit on the ground and flies will come. I don't care when it is.
Give me more.
So anyway, Nikki Haley leaves.
And then they fly into E's mouth. Yeah, Nikki Haley leaves.
Yeah. Is it true they puke every time they land too?
I've heard that. Yeah, to try to digest whatever is there.
I would too. If I was landing on shit all day, I would. That
I
would
don't
make
know if
me
that's an
puke,
old
dude.
wives' tale, though. You know.
Bingity. Do
Yeah.
flies puke when they land? I've heard that every time they
Yeah.
land, they puke, which is just gross. I mean, what a horrible existence.
That might have been a bunch of little kids in the 80s telling each other, "Oh, it landed on your sandwich. You know it pukes every time." You know,
Yeah.
that might have just grown out of that.
If I find
Yeah.
that was bullshit, I'll be pissed, dude, because I've told that to people.
hmm
You know,
Because flies can't chew. Who knew? It's oh gosh, why did I read the parentheses? They they then have to throw up. Here, I can't. These words here. That
Yeah.
I'm not,
If this article has the paren "who knew" in it, I'm not
Yeah.
sure it's maybe the best source for this.
they have to throw
Do
up.
flies lay eggs every time they land? What do flies do when they land on things? Do flies puke on your food?
If
Do
a fly
flies
lands on your
really
burger-
vomit and poop when they land on you?
It's that one says they throw up enzymes onto their food, which dissolves the food so they can slurp it up. So in other words, if a fly lands on your burger and wants a bite, he or she will puke on it.
Yeah, that's consistent with what we've been told.
Yeah. So it doesn't sound like just by the nature of landing somewhere makes them vomit. It sounds like if they're going to eat something.
Yeah.
So if they land on your food, then they I don't know if they stick their finger in their throat and make themselves puke. I don't know how it works.
Probably.
But yeah.
so do they puke away from where they're about to eat, or are
No,
they just redoing the cycle?
No, they puke and then it dissolves the food enough that they can then slurp it
Oh,
up. 'Cause they
gotcha.
can't chew. Remember, who knew? But they can't chew.
Gotcha.
So they need it to be like in a liquid, gross form. God, everything about flies stinks.
Except for their eyes, as indicated
Oh.
the other day. You want their eyes,
Dude, I just think it's technology, wasted technology.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
perhaps.
I don't know what their life cycle is, like a week or something. and it's like-
You wouldn't find that confusing though. Like picture 90 different objects
I'd
moving.
get
up.
used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd get used to it. And I think we would. And then it's like, dude, be able to see all around you like that?
I don't know. I think I prefer the chameleon eye that can just kind of rotate around.
Yeah, but then you've got that weird spacing because they have to be like on the side of your head, and you got to get that Shepherd
It's
Smith
true.
look.
You look weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and which I don't know if I could. You've got nice spacing, by the way.
Oh, thank
On
you.
your
Oh,
eyes.
I'm blushing.
Looks
Yeah.
like the average
I mean-
fly lives about 28 days, which actually shocks me.
Yeah, I mean, when I looking at the spacing of
Anything
your
else
eyes,
about
Jay,
the fly?
Let's see what we got here. Where do flies sleep? That is that is a question I have about like a lot of animals that like it like fish. Do fish fucking sleep?
Yeah.
Do
they just kind of
keep-
hang out there.
They just kind of.
Yeah, Russell has one of those, Siamese fighting fish, and you can tell when
really?
he's just kind of down at the bottom, just, every now and then. But they have to move, I guess, to be able
Yeah.
to breathe.
Do they
Sure.
get tired of swimming? Like, is it like running or is it effortless?
I don't know how to answer that. You want to
Yeah,
feel that one?
Flies don't live long enough for it to be much of a problem. It says according to sleep. Do it during the night, as do many insects. They cling to the underside of leaves, etc., until dawn, and then the rising air temperatures brings them up to a full activity. So
Yeah.
they don't even. Maybe they do, but it looks like they basically don't need to. They don't live long enough.
How about how those sons of bitches all of a sudden they infiltrate their, for example, ladybugs. Just the other day,
Yeah.
we had an influx of ladybugs around our house and in
Really?
our house. Like all of a sudden there's like 12 of them on our screen. Like what? Something about the weather and just,
Yeah.
they're ready to go hibernate or whatever, and the weather wakes them up again and they
Yeah.
all start moving.
It freaks them out. Indian summers freak them out.
Yeah.
Like the Native American summers. Sorry.
Dude, I saw on
because the
Snapchat-
stink bugs are back.
Yes, I've noticed some stink bugs.
Yeah, and it's like these guys are gone. It gets cold, and they're like, "Oh, time to tuck away for the winter." And then they duck into the wall or
Yeah.
trees, wherever they go, and then all of a sudden it hits 80, and they're like, "Oh, I guess it's time to get up for the spring."
Yeah, time to go stink.
Yep, time to go bug everybody like an asshole. and then they come out, and then what? As soon as it cools down again, they'll just go back to bed.
I wonder if that totally fucks them up, and if that's good for us. Like we're gonna, kill them that way. Do we want these Indian summers waking them up and
Native American summers?
Sorry,
you don't want them. Well, you don't want them too late. All that shit affects stuff. Wait, if you remember, like it was like 4 years ago or something, but we had that really late freeze, and then we didn't have apples.
Yeah,
because
the
we had
trees
this late...
budding. They get all confused, like in February when we get like super warm days. They start to bud.
Right.
And bam!
They're like,
ice hits
oh
them.
shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Here we go. It's go time. God, I'm so jealous of that. How you've long said, Jay, that we were meant to hibernate.
Oh yes.
God, it'd be awesome, wouldn't it? It was like we we're all looking forward to it.
It was awesome. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Until that
Steve.
one fucking guy got up and started gathering shit.
You know he did.
Trying to get ahead.
Yeah. Of course. Steve, asshole, had to get up and start gathering stuff before the rest of us. And then it was like, next thing you know, here we are, up all year.
Here we are.
Wouldn't it be awesome, dude, if we were just like, oh man, this is cool. We've only got like 3 weeks left until we get to go to bed for like 4 months.
Go snuggle up.
Oh man,
build a nest.
Would we have like? But the thing is, like,
Tuck
even
into our
when
beds.
humans, let's say back in the day, like there was probably always a time where like winter came and you just got into it. Maybe not like a bear, but you did kind of hibernate. But like in this day and age with technology, if we hibernated though, like would we still have Netflix? Like would we just sleep? Like how would it have worked?
Everything would shut down.
The toothpaste is out of the tube. This is impossible. E. I don't know what would happen with Netflix. That's where you were going, and abruptly stopped because you realized how fucking dumb that was.
Yeah.
I don't know what would happen with Netflix if everyone went to bed. E. I don't know.
I'm assuming they would just stop broadcasting. They would save on costs and shut it. I think we would figure this out.
Yeah,
too.
Before Mr. Netflix goes and gets into his nest, he would probably shut it off.
Shut it off. Why
Gotcha.
wouldn't he? I mean, the costs alone are a ton to have that much data in the cloud. You know what I mean? Like you'd be better off shutting it down. We'd figure this out though, E. We would.
Okay.
We'll take what, 1, maybe 2 slumbers before we figured out like, oh, dude, I left my fucking fridge running the whole time and everything in there's ruined now, and like there's a lot of things.
I gotcha. Another thing, by the way, with flies, just because I feel like this will never come up again, but like, and Jay,
gotta hit all his fly thoughts right here.
When
Get
you
him
go
out.
running, and like, and it's that point where it's like they're not like house flies, but they're like whatever they are. They're just
horsefly?
gnats or shit just at your head. And I always think like two things. One, why is the human head? I know the blood rushes. Is it just the blood rushing to the human head that makes them go at that so much more than other shit? And two, you'll be running and you like bat them away, and like they just keep coming back. And I'm like,
Dude,
is it that same fucking one?
Yes, you're referring to the horsefly right around the August period.
Yes.
And these motherfuckers, dude, you can go out and run and out and back like 5 miles out, 5 miles back, and you will be followed by the same fly.
Really?
All the way.
Fucking
Yes.
like this?
It's
He
the
just
same
goes away
fucking
for
guy.
like 30
And Jesus, I don't know what you're talking about, blood to your head. I think it's just the sweat, man.
Okay, I'm just wondering what draws him to the head so much, and you can swat him like a motherfucker.
He follows you the whole time.
Is he just trying to hitch a ride? Get a free ride, like
He's trying
grab
to-
onto your hair and
I
then
think he's trying to barf on your sweat and slurp it up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But he probably doesn't even need to barf on that because it's already.
Deer flies.
Sweat.
That's what I'm thinking of. Deer fly, horse fly, whatever. These things, goddamn things.
Can't you guys kill him?
No, you go to swat it and they're
He's
quick,
fast.
man. They're
Yeah,
quick.
They
Yeah.
are. Yeah. Nimble. Anywho, Nikki Haley, I think we were talking about.
Nikki Haley, former governor of South Carolina.
Governor. Yeah. She was making some comments about how a nice replacement would be Ivanka Trump. She's brilliant. She'd be great. And
Did she say that would be a good replacement?
Something
Or-
like that.
I
Or
think
she-
she was just speaking highly of Jared and Ivanka. Like,
Yeah.
they're really helpful and stuff.
And then Donald, President Trump, had to come out and say like, yeah, she'd be great at that, but then people would accuse me of nepotism.
Yeah, probably,
That's
maybe.
almost the definition of
Yeah,
nepotism.
that's
Of
why
course they would.
Yeah, that's why they passed the law.
Yeah, and the fact is, no, thank you. We do not want Ivanka Trump as the fucking ambassador to the United Nations. Are you shitting? We're already in a crazy enough time right now, and no more than we would want Chelsea Clinton being handed some position like that. Can you imagine how pissed off we'd be if President Hillary was in office and she was like, "Oh, Chelsea's going to be our,"
Yeah.
and we'd be like, "Oh, go fuck yourself." It's already been handed enough.
But this has ignited speculation that Lindsey Graham,
Liz Graham,
that he might be the next one, but he's indicated he does not want the
I
job.
don't want that.
No.
I don't want
I'm
that.
a war hawk.
Yeah, I could do my best work out here. I don't want to be
Senate.
in the cabinet. I
Yeah.
can do more here. Hillary Clinton, by the way, can she fuck off already? Did you see she's doing a speaking
No,
tour
I don't.
Yeah,
with-
she's coming to Michigan too.
with Bill, of course, because she probably couldn't sell tickets on her own. Well, maybe she could, but with Bill, $700 a ticket. What the fuck? And so she was talking to what's it, Christiane Amanpour was doing an interview. She's like CNN foreign, whatever. And
What the fuck? Who wants to see Hillary Clinton? Honestly, God, I could see wanting to see Bill Clinton. For when he's a president, he was a president. She's a 2-time loser in the presidency. Who wants to see her really? Like, really, who wants to see her? Even her base didn't like her. Like,
well, she was talking about how she's rejecting the idea that accusations against Bill about his
is she?
rapey vibes totally different from Brett Kavanaugh.
Are they?
Yeah, because her husbands were investigated by Kenneth Starr and stuff. So, yeah,
Like
Brett
one of
Kavanaugh.
the many? Like, how many of them were investigated?
It's like, how clueless is this idiot? Her husband was actually accused of rape by more than one woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like, for her, she's like, oh yeah, she said it's an intense partisan probe, and it distinguishes us from allegations against Trump and Kavanaugh. It's like, dude, you are in your own fucking world, man.
She really is.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Arnold Schwarzenegger feels bad now, Jay.
Yeah. Saw this.
Yeah, he's upset now. I guess in 2003 or 4 was it? He was talking about his rivals and referred to them as girly men.
He regrets that.
Yeah. Now he's saying he wishes he didn't use the term. Yeah, 04 Republican National Convention, he said to those critics who are, or you have the audio.
Mike and Jay would never say.
Oops.
Oh shit. 1 second. Yes, I do though. Here we go.
All right. Let's check out Arnold.
Now, there's another way you can tell you're Republican. Your faith in free enterprise, faith in the resourcefulness of the American people, and faith in the U.S. economy. And to those critics who are so pessimistic about our economy, I say, don't be economic girly man.
Yes. Can I say it again?
Sure.
I say, don't be economic girly man.
Look at all the Republicans jump on their feet. They're like, oh my gosh, someone in pop culture likes us. Wow.
Isn't that hilarious? Like, he had all those catchphrases, I'll be back as far as governor of California.
Was he really the girly men guy, or was that a Hans and Franz take on him?
I think
that
it was,
he then accepted as his own.
Yes. Now he says, I shouldn't have used that term. And I think you're absolutely right. I think it was an SNL thing, Hans and Franz. In the he's talking to Men's Health magazine, 30th anniversary issue, and he also talked about his treatment of women before the hashtag Me Too movement. And Arnold's long had a reputation of groping broads and stuff.
Yeah.
And looking back, I stepped over the line several times. And I was the first one to say, sorry, I feel bad about it, I apologize. Back in 2003, several women came out saying he was groping them against their will.
Including, according to Tom Arnold, possibly a couch cushion.
Yeah.
I heard on this show.
Yeah, that's right. When I became governor, I wanted to make sure that no one, including me, ever makes this mistake. That's why we took sexual harassment courses, to have a clear understanding from a legal point of view. He wanted to legally know how far he could go before he crossed the line. And also from a regular behavior point of view of what is expected and what is not. That lines like that are so hilarious to me. Like, you needed to take a class.
I know.
You needed to go to school to learn. Well, so when is it safe to touch their titties? When can I grab an ass?
You're right. Is there like, is he like really like, so now? Yes. When?
Now?
When can I insert? Is that?
Got the dolls. When is it okay for me to touch and grab and grope? Like, nowhere, Arnold. Nowhere ever. Fucking hilarious. So funny.
What's he doing lately? Is he?
I don't
I don't know what
any
he's doing.
movies anymore? He's so fucking old, right?
Yeah, he is. Didn't he have one where all the old guys got together, like
yeah, him and Stallone,
Rocky and
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Yeah, they had. I think that.
Oh, like what was it called? Not the Incredibles, but it was some. Here's his list of shit. It looks like he's been doing stuff. I guess he's got stuff that's not out yet, even.
Not the Legend of Conan. Are they redoing?
Not saying it's big.
Conan the Barbarian or whatever.
I mean, if you're just talking about obviously movies or
You
career,
could probably do some mean voice work, right? Some Pixar films or some shit.
Yeah, of course. Sure. Yeah.
You were right. There's something I think was in, but I don't remember what
The
it was.
Expendables.
That was it. That was
Yeah.
it, dude. That was pretty
And,
bad.
that's a trilogy, I believe.
Yeah.
Never saw it. Not really terribly interested in it. I know this is gonna be breaking news, but you see, Rod and Mario will not be coming back to the Tigers.
I know.
God, why have we not heard more about that incident? Of what happened? You know,
I mean, it sounds like we know though. There was a fight over a chair, and then he got choked out. I mean,
I
mean, if you want to know more about what's leading up to it, I'm sure.
But they've denied that though.
Okay, but
I mean, didn't Rod come out and say that's absolutely not true? I never laid a hand on anyone. I've been a professional my whole life. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, that does ring a bell.
And it's like,
I think he just came out and said he's a professional, and he never denied specifically that allegation. I don't think.
I thought he did.
Okay.
They've never spoken publicly about the incident, which served, 17 seasons together. Those guys worked. So I wonder who will be the new guy, if they'll keep with Matt Shepard and Gibson.
Yeah, I heard Doug and Gator talking this morning on 97.1. They were talking. They raised the name John Smoltz, which would I think would be good. You know.
Yeah, he does some national stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I could see that.
But they were saying like it's gotta, if not somebody like Smoltz, like it's got to be somebody really close to the game right now, like a Curtis Granderson, Torrey Hunter kind of person.
Yeah.
Although Curtis is still playing, but
yeah.
Barely.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool. Any of those names would work, I suppose. But so they don't seem to think Shepard and Gibson will do it.
No, yeah, they were like, I'd be really surprised if it's Gibby. Just not that he's not good at it, but I just be really surprised. He has health issues.
Yeah, right. Is he about to step in as a full-time 162 game a year dude? Doing that on the road and shit? Probably not.
And
right?
I didn't hear what their speculation was as to Shepard. I think Shepard, most people like, right? I mean, pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's respected enough. Yeah. He's been in the business 30 years in this area. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll know soon enough. I'm sure I don't know what they do. Auditions.
The least of the Tigers' worries.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Just win, and then people will watch. Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
I wonder if there was any discussion at all of trying to get Rod and Mario back together, like see if they could bridge that, because they're a good team on the air. I always liked.
It sounds like they were given a last chance, doesn't it? It sounds like they were kind of at one point told, like, "Hey, take care of this," and they didn't.
Don't beat up each other, okay?
Yeah, right. Just sit next to each other. We'll get you better chairs, guys. Don't fight. Don't come to fisticuffs. It's just so weird, man. What a weird story. Top Gun. They're saying a 2020 release for that movie.
Man, I was wondering about this just yesterday. I'm like, when is that stupid sequel coming out? And how is Val Kilmer going to be in it?
Oh my God, I know.
No way.
I told E to pull up his Instagram again so we can see it, because Tom Cruise was saying recently, like, oh, I just wanted to let everyone know that Val's doing great. His health is great. And I'm just like, I don't know if that's possible. I mean, last time we saw Val Kilmer, this is what we saw.
Yeah.
And it's...
There he is.
Hey, I'm up on the roof.
Yeah.
Hot hash.
On the roof.
Some throat issues.
I have absolutely no saliva.
He's laughing at least.
But after she's downtown.
And this was posted after really no public statement about what his malady was, or
Not
speculation. Really. He was wearing scarves all the time and shit.
Yeah,
There's something
denying it.
Yeah, but this was really out of the blue for a lot of people.
But my heart's broken that Anthony Bourdain is gone.
I'm sorry, I didn't pick up any of that. I mean, it's a terrible story. And I guess he finally did, those Reddit Ask Me Anythings.
Yeah.
He was on one of those and someone asked him about it, and that's where he went into some detail about it. But as far as like speaking out, that's the first.
I don't even see him being able to play volleyball shirtless.
No.
Do you?
No, absolutely not. You realize that movie came out, the original, in 1986. Tom Cruise was 24 years old then. He's 52 now, and they've got some stills from the set they're filming down in San Diego. He looks pretty damn good.
He looks great.
I mean, look at that. Look at that strapping man. He looks the same though.
Are those big boots he has? Look,
well, of course they have to be.
Hold on. Just look at the heels on those boots.
Oh my God, dude, you're right.
Have we spotted?
He's wearing high heels. Are there other pictures?
I mean, I'll tell you.
Zoom in on the boot, Jesus.
Well, here.
Look at that. That does not look like the normal cowboy boot, dude.
Here, let's see if there's. I don't know if there's. I think there's another. That was him back.
That was a lifty boot, Mike.
Yeah, it sure was.
We saw Tom Cruise with lifty boots.
There we go. Right. That's.
Maybe they are.
I think that's a normal looking cowboy boot to me.
That's pretty thick sole there.
That's pretty standard cowboy boot.
But we've seen the pictures of him.
It did look like he was wearing 6-inch heels. And maybe he switched boots for this scene specifically, where he knew they were going to get him on the side, and he knew his 6-inch heels would be exposed.
Have motorcycles come a long way in 24 years, or what? Look at that badass ride.
Dude, yeah, compared to where was it?
The original.
That bike Tom chose for the movie himself. That is a limited edition Kawasaki Ninja H2 Carbon. 120 were made, and they cost $30,000 new. I would think if there was only 120 made, they'd be more than $30,000.
Yes.
Maybe they meant $300,000. It's a 1,000cc 4-cylinder supercharged superbike, top speed of 209 miles an hour.
There you go. I'm just kidding. It's an ass shot. Never mind.
Too late for that, E.
I know.
It's probably the closest modern representation of the bike he rode in the original, a Kawasaki Z900R, which had a top speed of 151 miles an hour. They've got a date and everything. June 26, 2020, they're saying is the release date.
6/20/20.
Val, who played Iceman in the original, will reprise his role. Is that good for the movie? Because people are going to want to go like, oh, man, I got to see how Val pulls this off.
Maybe they have him in a hospital bed or something.
No, we were speculating that the movie opens with them like at his funeral with him sitting in a casket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we lost Iceman too. Yeah. Now what do we do? Gooseman's down. Now we lose Iceman. That's really the kickoff to the story, because it's like the team comes back together.
Where's Merlin? Where's Wolfman?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tom did give an update on Val and say that he's doing really well. Just want you to know.
Slider? Does Slider still stink?
I don't know. Yeah, what was that? What's the scene?
Slider? You stink. Yeah, and then it goes right into the volleyball scene.
You were wondering about the release date. They were supposed to come out like years ago with this movie.
Yeah.
And the original director died by suicide. And so they were like, oh, man, can't do it now. That was in 2012. Miles Teller, Glenn Powell, Jennifer Connelly, John Hamm, Ed Harris are part of the cast.
Okay.
Both Miles and Glenn auditioned for the role of Lieutenant J.G. Nick Goose Bradshaw. He's Goose Bradshaw's son, Miles. Miles ultimately won the role of Bradley Bradshaw. He named his kid Brad Bradshaw.
It's tough.
Come on, man. Come on, Goose. Bradley is described as a pilot trainee of the late Goose, played by, obviously, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Maverick will be an instructor in the sequel. He serves as a mentor to Goose's son. So, yeah.
Pull him up, E. Pull up the star of the show, then, the dude who's playing Bradley Bradshaw.
Yeah. His name is Miles Teller.
And so Meg Ryan was Goose's wife. So Goose nailed Meg Ryan before he hit his head on the canopy.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Huh.
Oh, I know that guy.
That's the lead in Top Gun 2, huh? Okay.
Wow. I would not have pegged. I would have thought it'd be some like
more blondish.
Yeah, or strapping dude. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm trying to remember Anthony Edwards. I guess trying to make it look like him. Maybe.
How will this guy look on the volleyball court? That's all that matters.
Yeah, I bet he's working out like crazy, trying to get that V down by your dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or was his dad the one that wore the T-shirt?
His dad was the one that wore the T-shirt.
So he could essentially
shameful.
Yeah, he could pull that off again. Jeans and a tank top or whatever he was wearing.
Sleeveless.
Yeah. That movie, by the way, do you know what the budget was for the original Top Gun movie?
I don't offhand.
What, Isis, what do you think a budget would be?
I go 65
When did you say it was again?
Okay, that's a great guess. That's what I would say something like that too. 15 million.
Mm.
With all those fights, like jet scenes, and I would have thought it was way more than 15.
But none of it was CGI, you know what I mean? So a lot of that was just footage that was probably rehabbed. If you watched it like frame by frame, I bet there's so much reuse.
Yeah, like
that, it's the same fucking jet every time. It's it's just the reverse image or something.
Made $356 million. I would have thought it made more than that too. We're talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, his buddy Tom Arnold, you mentioned, who was on our show a couple years ago. He got into a fight with Dean Cain. Have you? We talked about his show, right?
Yeah.
On Vice, where he's searching for the Trump tapes.
Yeah.
Is that the dumbest idea ever?
Well,
It just sounds.
I saw him in a fight with, I forget who it was, but I think she's a conservative. But I saw him like in a fight with her on her show about it, where he's like, these videos of the N-word are there. They're there. They just can't like announce them. But I could take you. You want to go right now? And I'm like, well, then go. You can't prove it then. Like he's telling us that they are literally in a place that you can go and look at them. But they can't just be like.
I don't buy that.
I don't either. Like he's like, let's go right now. Let's go right now. And she's like, I'm not gonna go with you.
He wouldn't give a shit. If he actually had those tapes, he would put those out in a second.
Of course.
Even if it meant going to jail.
Yeah.
He'd be a hero to everybody on the left. There's no way they could even throw him in jail for that if it was not his property or whatever. Like there's no way that they exist. But he's fighting with everybody.
Yeah,
nowadays.
Mark Burnett last we heard, right?
Yeah,
yes. Fisticuffs with Mark Burnett and his wife a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. And what was that? Like an Emmys pre-party or something?
Right.
Tom Arnold and Dean Cain almost came to blows.
Dean Cain, former Superman.
Yeah. He's a big right wing conservative. I think he's a Fox guy. You know, he's doing interviews all the time on there, getting his opinion on shit. You know, they've very, very few celebrities they can go to. They've got Scott Baio, James Woods, and Dean Cain.
Yeah.
You know, and so they got into a Twitter feud, and then they were both guests, like crossing paths on the Larry King show. And so someone filmed them after they started getting pretty heated. But I guess a tweet was sent by Arnold. Tom Arnold. Dean Cain is another Donald Trump loving fake Christian coward, which makes Dean Cain anti-LGBTQ and racist. Boy, that's quite a leap. Tom, so he wrote back, Tom, you're a cowardly, slanderous weasel, is what he said. So there was a witness here to this podcast, or to King's show.
I'm with him, but when you say, no, I'm going to go here with these people, they're taking advantage of you. And that, to me, show me the exact quote. Show me, and I'll say, no, show it to me right now. Show me the exact thing.
When you said?
Yeah, show me exactly. And I'll just tell you right now.
I have to pull it up. I don't have it.
Show me.
I keep it ready, but at the end, you said implicit and I'm racist.
Show me what it said. Show me what it said. We'll discuss it. Show me what was said. Show me it. Let's have this full discussion. I'm telling you, those people are racist people who don't like hate people.
So
we were about to cut that off.
Dean Cain is saying you called me racist, homophobe, all this stuff, and he's going, show me the quote.
Show it to me.
Like,
show it to me, as if he's just like, oh yeah, I've got it screenshotted right here. His quote was that Tom Arnold is saying, show it to me. Show where I said that. His actual tweet was, Dean Cain is another Donald Trump loving fake Christian coward, which makes Dean Cain anti-LGBTQ and racist. #complicit.
And that's Tom Arnold's
tweet to Dean Cain.
Oh, Tom.
I'd say that Dean is in the right here. They ended up, I saw a longer video of this. They end up hugging it out in the end. Just absurd. It's like, can you grown adults not see what you're doing? How foolish we all look running around, getting into altercations. Did you see Brian Kilmeade on the subway the other day?
Yeah.
Being chased by guys, like filming him.
Yeah.
And
you're the only one who has a direct line to the president.
It's just so absurd.
I'll give you $10 if you tell the president X, you know?
Yeah. You know, you always tell me, like, dude, shut it off and just, like, go for a walk or something. You have to deal with it. See, I'm in the middle between you and those fucking extremists. You know, like, I watch from afar and just shake my head. I just shake my head and laugh at all these assholes. You know, and which leads us to the next story of Beyonce and Jay-Z. They are officially done with Kanye West. I know that's going to hurt a lot of people listening right now. Kim Kardashian as well. Radar Online has exclusively learned that the singer and her husband are sick of West's political bullshit. The duo they're outraged over Kanye's recent political rants. The duo have been desperately trying to become best friends with Kanye and Kim for years. But after her recent trip to the White House to discuss prison reform, followed by her husband's SNL appearance, Beyonce and Jay-Z have severed all ties to the pair. They think Kanye is a disgrace, and they feel they cannot associate themselves with them from this point forward. They want nothing to do with either one of them.
Oh, my.
It's just tragic. Isn't that terrible? hate hearing stuff like that.
Oh, stupid times, gentlemen. Stupid times.
Especially when you know that, it was only a year ago that Beyonce and Jay-Z bought Kardashian West baby girl Chicago a $26,000 bracelet for her birthday.
Not North, but Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah, so that's good. Get an infant a $26,000 bracelet.
Well, what did the other two get Blue Ivy?
I don't know. I don't even know if they were friends yet or what. If I was Blue Ivy, I'd be pissed though, dude.
What a weird existence.
I know.
These fucking people, man.
Yeah. Just obnoxious.
Hey, insurance. We all need it. Most of us don't even know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasick from Wasick Insurance Services change all that shit. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage. That includes auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasick at 734-455-1900 and get a free, no obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900.
It was only a few minutes ago. We were talking about how great it would be if we were still hibernating. And he was most concerned about what would happen to Netflix.
Jesus was, yes.
Yeah,
he was.
while we were hibernating. What do you think? 4 months?
Netflix do?
What would happen to Netflix?
Well, I was more just hoping that are we really going to be sleeping the whole time, or am I going to be able to
just wants to watch.
I say we just turn it off after Thanksgiving, man. Have the big meal. Just hunker down.
Yeah, while they, what do they call that?
Yeah, the tryptophan.
Yeah, the tryptophan kicks in. We watch the 4:00 game, and then. And then
tackle ball out of the way, and then just hit the hay. Hit the hay right through the holidays,
right through the holiday season.
Some of us like Christmas and winter and stuff, though. So
we can have Christmas as soon as we wake up.
Yeah,
we'll have the Super Bowl for Christmas.
Move it.
I like the snow. What am I going to do about that?
You're sleeping through it, dude. You're never going to see it again. Deal with it. That's the whole point.
What if I don't and I choose to do things in the snow while you're sleeping?
Well, you're going to be the only one up, dude. I don't know how you're going to do. There's nothing open. What are you going to do?
So much done.
Yeah, but you know what? He won't get ahead, so that's fine.
I know.
He can get up and do his shit.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, go wander around.
Yeah, he'll just look at things.
Stare at things.
You realize
that'd be great, dude. I could just walk around the country. You're right. Everyone would be sleeping.
Here's the problem, E. Not even gas stations will be open.
I'll just walk around.
He's going to walk around. No stores are open. How are you going to feed yourself?
Food in a backpack, whatever.
I don't think this is going to work out as well as he thinks.
Sounds ill-planned.
Yeah. Anyway, Netflix, problem for E. He's worried about that. Also a problem for a 26-year-old guy who is being treated right now for an addiction to Netflix. He's gone into rehab, a rehab clinic in India.
Doesn't surprise me, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, you see these kids playing Fortnite and getting addicted and having to go to rehab and shit. It's just, anything digital like that, I could see it.
He's watching Netflix 7 hours plus a day, every day. They think pisses me off. They don't tell me what he was watching. I want to know what the hell he was watching. I want a rundown. The addiction led to eye strains, exhaustion, erratic sleeping patterns, wreaked havoc on his health. And he's now under the care of doctors at a clinic at the National Institute of Mental Health and Neuroscience in Bangalore. Dr. Manoj Kumar Sharma said, whenever his family pressurized him to earn a living, or when he saw his friends doing well, he would watch the shows continuously. It was a method of escapism. He could forget about his problems, and he derived immense pleasure from it. Yeah, it is pleasurable to watch Netflix.
Of course it is.
Well, and you see that little circle start to spin, you're like, yeah, why not? Just one more episode.
Oh, yeah. When it first pops up, and you get that boom.
Yeah,
and
it's exciting.
Dude, it is. It really is. And the fact that they went from 10 seconds down to 4 seconds before the next one starts.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on it's on the new shows, obviously. Like if you watch old series shows, it's still at the 30 seconds, but anything that's new, Mike's right.
Really?
Yeah.
Just roll them right out to you.
Yeah. And it's like the next episode is going to start. And then it immediately asks, do you want to even watch the fucking intro? It's like, fuck, no, I don't. I know what the intro is. Bang, skip past it. The only thing that pisses me off is when I'm sitting there, I'm laying down, and then it stops, and it's like, hey, dude, you haven't touched the remote in like 6 hours. Are you still here?
Yeah, this was one of my grievances one time that got called an unbonafide pussy and old man.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but I stand by that ruling.
But what are you going to say about that, Mike?
No, nothing. I want
to say something about that issue.
This is literally a grievance of mine. That got
no. I was going to say that I like the fact that it does that. Because sometimes I fall asleep on the couch and it's like, oh shit.
Sometimes you fall asleep on the couch. It's the couch bed.
I know it's the couch bed, but even when I'm trying to stay awoke and just watch Netflix, if I can doze off at times, and at that point I'm really grateful that prompt
Oh, you son of a bitch.
stops the show.
What a son of a bitch.
Jesus, you spoke too soon.
I
You should have
know.
let him finish.
I know. I should have. You're right.
Let him finish his thought. And
I
then
couldn't
hit him hard.
I couldn't help it. I just saw what was there, and I had to. You're right. I'm sorry.
Jump the gun.
I almost said I could probably set this in grievance form before I did, but then I was like, nah. It'll be ruled pussy. I've been ruled pussy and old man so much lately. I'm gun shy.
I don't blame you, man. That one with the jerseys and the junior, senior. God, it's not a grievance at all.
Yeah, but you're just a fan of that thing. That's why I think it's annoying as shit. Except senior. Senior, I think, is okay.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Yeah.
You said it was only cool once it got to 4 or 5. Now senior's okay?
No. 4 or 5, that's fine. But, dude, the fact that some guy has a 1-year-old at home and all of a sudden puts SR on the back of his jersey.
Hold on. Now 4 or 5 is cool. Senior's cool. What isn't cool?
So just junior 1, 2, and 3?
1, 2,
and 3.
But you have to have 1, 2, and 3 to get to 4 and 5.
Junior 1, 2, and 3. Those are the only ones about it.
If you have a V, if you can use a V, I think we're good. So
but
one
you have to
IV.
get to that point.
Huh?
Someone has to get
He's
to those
working
points.
toward it, man.
I know Golden Tate's gonna get there as soon as he has a kid. As soon as he's got a son, he's at GT3 right now, right?
I think, yeah, you're right.
Tate's jersey says Tate I.
So he'll have the I and the V, his kid, if he plays.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's where we started. Tate the 4th.
It's nonsensical.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's been a study done at the University of Leicester found that an unemployed adult, and Eases, pay attention. This is going to be while we're all hibernating. An unemployed adult could watch all 1,399 pieces of content uploaded to Netflix in 1 year. If you follow this strict routine,
wow.
The feat would take 236 and a half days, assuming the watcher spent 13 hours, 50 minutes, and 40 seconds per day, 58% of their time just watching Netflix. The study allocated time outside of viewing Netflix in order to accommodate 4 liters of fluid per day, with each drinking break given an allocation of 10 minutes.
I love how this is in study form. Isn't this just a math problem?
Yeah, it is. It's a story problem.
I mean, why are they even talking about, well, you know what, we allocated time for drinking? Dude, just fucking say it's going to take this many hours per day.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want with the other hours.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as you spend,
whatever you want.
13 point some hours per day for 260.
We know there's 24 hours in a day, right, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Right. You can do whatever you want. Don't even tell me about drinking and eating.
Well, take it up with Canary Nate.
Study?
Take
the
it up with
study?
Canary Nate at the
You
University
mean the story problem?
Yeah, story problem.
My God, man.
Couldn't you just add up, there's 1399 things. What is the running time on them? Get that number and then divide that by, 365?
Yeah.
And then it goes, you'd have to watch for 13
hours. Why are we going into speculation of what they'll be doing with this other time?
Oh, we want to account, allow them time to
Are we counting masturbation? Are we counting?
No, he gives you 3 30-minute breaks for meals, bathing and washing 15 minutes per day.
The dude
he gives you 11 hours a day to do whatever you want.
No. 7 5-minute long breaks for urination.
Wait a minute.
Just
real quick.
10-minute void to pass stool.
You're gonna like this, Mike. The guy that's watching Netflix in this setting is not eating his meals outside of watching Netflix. He's watching and eating Netflix. He's not watching 4 hours
that
straight.
That shit's sitting atop his beer belly.
Yeah.
It's actually sitting right there, and he's scooping it.
He's not
off his belly.
That was 4 hours. Now upstairs.
You guys don't think he shuts it off and has family dinner around in the dining room?
No.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The family gets together? No.
Not going to the gym in between.
Yeah. So you've got, and then 7 hours for sleeping. But I think you're right, Jada.
And you don't need, by the way, you don't need
do whatever you want in those 11 hours.
Dude,
you got 11 hours left. Do anything you want.
You don't, if you're just trying to if the goal is to get through Netflix, you don't even need these hours to sleep. How the day would really go is you would just take naps throughout the, hour and a half naps throughout the day in between shows. You would never go to one constant sleeping period.
You've done this, haven't you, Jesus? You've done this. What's the longest period? You did the Simpsons thing, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much how I did the Simpsons.
What was that,
marathon.
A week long or something? Or
oh my God, that's
that?
right.
That was a long time.
He was leaving as soon as the show was over. He had to run home.
So that he did it, right? He did the full Simpsons.
I didn't watch it fully, but I mean, I did as much as I probably could have.
What if they just ran back to back every single episode of The Simpsons?
Yeah,
is that what it was for a week? It took.
I'm just saying, coming from a person, I actually watching him. I don't watch that much TV, even though I know that I watch too much. But coming from a person who's like, I know what it would be like if I just all of a sudden took 2 weeks, say, not even like, let's not say this whole year, but if I just took 2 weeks and just said, you're doing nothing but watch, that's what it would become. I know it from someone who's done it myself. Like,
On a totally unrelated subject, can I ask, is there an excessive number of white flakes all over Isis's black shirt today?
This shirt just
What's going on with that, dude? I'm not as close as you, Miguel.
This has just been washed even. This is
that
right out of
simply lint? I hope it's lint.
It's lint. There's some hairs, so I don't know if he's losing hairs.
Right,
from
I
this.
thought
Not even
it
that
was
much on this compared to normal.
Dandruff, etc.
No, it doesn't appear to be dandruff. Yeah.
right.
No.
I mean, I do
good eye,
have
though.
dandruff, but
Yeah. Isis, what's the longest you think you've sat and watched them? Because
I'm trying to think. Honestly, I was trying to think.
He has been telling me lately. He's like, man, I'm trying to set limits where, because he gets so excited when a show he's looking forward to drops a new binge watching, bang, 20 episodes, and he just and he's like, I'm only gonna watch 2 episodes and then I'm gonna come back to it tomorrow. He can't do it.
Yeah.
I've actually been better lately.
That's not what you said to me. You were saying, dude, I can't do it. I watched the whole thing in one day.
No. What I'm saying is I have been better at watching less TV than I have been in times past. You are right that I cannot control myself when a new show comes out. These shows that come out and they have all 10 episodes. I just went through this Big Mouth cartoon show. It's fucking great, but
a cartoon show.
But it's not it's an adult themed cartoon. It's not a show I would think kids would watch necessarily. But you're right. I can't contain myself. And that Netflix when these shows come out. What's the longest I've watched total? I mean, it's whenever that Simpsons marathon is. Whatever at some point during that Simpsons marathon is the longest I've sat continuously. I actually
when we got done with the show for the weekend. Like, would you sit there from like 8 in the morning till 10 at night?
I couldn't even, honestly, I couldn't do that really. Even though I love TV and I'm addicted to it, I still
What stops you?
I get antsy as fuck. I need to get outside still. I still need to like do things.
Yeah.
I can't
stretch your legs.
But I mean, I could go 4 hours for sure, 4 or 5 if I really wanted to. I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
I could probably go more even if I really wanted. Like I could. It wouldn't be as. But I've had times. I remember like when I was in Holland even, and I was working a few jobs, and I'd have like the rare day off. I'd be like, oh shit, I don't want to spend money. I'm just gonna watch TV all day, and like. But I mean, I was working like 3 jobs at the time, and I'd have this rare one day off.
I know Jay is horrified right now, but this sounds like a good plan. I'm with you. I'm with you.
But like I think I would wake up and I'd have breakfast, and then like noon or 1 would come by, and I had to get out. Like I would just get out of the house and go.
See, that's where you're losing me.
I know, that's my point. I've tried before a few times.
Yeah,
and I
remember days like tackle ball days, like on January 1st or something. You get like 2 games in, and god damn, you just have to get out. Your ass would start itching from sitting so long.
The hard thing with that too is when you watch those bowl games like back to back to back all day and night. It's like I forget like who was playing who in the earlier game and what players. Like it all becomes
Seems
one
like
big
a different day. Then you're like, did I watch that game today? Shit,
what was that?
Yeah,
and then
man, I can't do that.
Yeah, I know. It's
and
hard,
like I said, I'm not trying to say, dude, I watch too much TV. I know that I do. I think it's my biggest addiction in my life is TV. No, it's addiction, not
Porn
problem.
Give up porn or TV? Porn or TV?
I'd rather give up porn than TV.
Really?
Yeah, I could jerk off to other stuff, or to my mind or stuff like that.
I was gonna say, what other stuff?
Yeah.
Please tell me it's just your
just
mind. Just the spank bang.
Yeah, spank bang. I would way rather give up porn than TV, dude.
You honestly think you could go to your mind?
I do.
Pull it up?
I do sometimes.
Or
sometimes
magazines.
my internet.
You couldn't go back to magazines now, could you?
No, he gets no porn. No porn.
No,
magazines,
he's
whatever.
saying
just TV porn. Or.
I would. There's no question. I would rather give up porn than TV. It wouldn't even. That's not even.
Surprised
a question.
This isn't closer.
It's not even a question. But you got to remember, I live vicariously when we talked about rom-coms and stuff like that. Like I watch.
Is there any do-overs, Jay? Like if he sticks with TV, or say he picked porn,
dude, I'm telling you, it's not even a question.
And then 6 months from now, he's like, I made a huge mistake. I made a huge mistake. Can I go back to porn?
No. Under
so
this scenario,
it's a lifelong
decision.
It doesn't matter.
Wow.
I know, dude. Honestly, I'm sorry. I couldn't be more confident about anything in my entire life. I'd rather give up porn than TV if I had to.
So he'd end up like watching episodes of like Golden Girls or something, trying to jack off to them.
Can we test this? Like go 1 week without porn, 1 week without TV, and see which one was worse?
I'm not going a week without TV. That's not going to happen.
Let's do this, E, and we'll see
we're
which one is
democracy
truly
here.
the worst. Yeah. What do you say? Next week, full week without porn. Full week without porn.
I can do
only
that.
TV. Yays.
I can do that. Fine. Okay. Next.
Okay. 3 yays.
Oh, awesome.
No,
and then the week following,
I don't want to do no TV. I don't want to do it. I can't, and I won't.
Well, that's no fun because then we can.
I already know that I can't do it. Like
but we need a baseline to know like how much you enjoy
is
either
I fucking
or.
love TV.
You say that now. Maybe you go a week without TV and you find that wow, life was way better.
There
I
is
even like
no fucking way. No way.
Yays?
Yay.
Yay. 2 against 1. We're a democracy here.
Okay, so next week is without porn, the following week without TV, and we'll see which week was worse.
Don't make us make it 2 weeks. And if I see you catching so much as a glimpse of the TV upstairs,
dude, it's not going to happen.
And don't you dare watch softcore. Don't you get the Skinamax on and think that you're avoiding porn at that point.
Yeah, that's not a loophole you can fit through.
If I find or hear the individual that has said that about me, I will pull your goddamn tongue out of the roots. Thank you very much.
Let's take a quick time out. And God, I gotta show you this kid. He got burned, like a lot of his body. He's doing good now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that would suck to be burned on 95% of your body.
What happened, man?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it when we come back.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. Cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the show with Mike and Jay. Big E's here too. Revealed to me upstairs, Jay. He's been sleeping on his own couch bed for quite a while.
I thought that was regular, down in the basement, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it's not that. It's more just been a laziness of me not cleaning up my room for a few months, and my bed's kind of been a shambles. But this weekend, I finally no, you gotta fucking take care of this. You should be sleeping on your bed. So I took
twin bed,
right? So I took care of it, and I was telling Mike that it took this long, but I finally put my Giza
sheets.
Giza cotton
sheets on my thing.
It's the best in the world.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
The duck's warmth actually saved my life because I passed out in the snow.
Last night, I put them on the other day, but last night was the first night where I finally said, no, dude. I said to myself, you got to sleep in your bed.
These are, of course, the My Pillow Giza sheets.
Right. And I freaking just lay down on the bed, and I was just like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Like, for real. At least to me.
That's why I bought all of it in the world.
Now,
you can't make your own because I have all the Giza in the world.
Now, again, some people maybe, whatever, people are used to, I'm probably used to shit sheets my whole life or whatever, but these are fucking incredible.
That's my thing. It's like, Isis, you're a person who can lay out in his car. You can lay down on the ground and sleep.
I know, but
lay on a couch bed for 3 months. You wouldn't think he'd be sensitive enough to care about the difference between sheets,
enjoy.
But even Isis does.
Mm-hmm.
I know, dude. I'm not even kidding.
Imagine how bad his other sheets were. He's like, these are
Oh,
amazing.
absolutely.
Dude, all I know is I literally laid down on them, and I was just like, oh my God, these are awesome.
Hey, get your own Giza sheets. Make sure you're shopping mypillow.com for all of your bedding-related needs. Use TDC code for the very best discount.
We still have some pillows available for new member signups.
That's right. Go to DetroitCast.com. There you will find a members area tab. Click on that. If you sign up for a year-long, an annual membership, as they say, you get some free MyPillow products.
Yes.
So do
Great
that.
way to support the show. The best. One of the best.
Wait, were you doing Trump or Mike Lindell?
I think I was trying to do Lindell, and then I realized, oh, yeah, it's not him that says that.
My wife's really going to be upset about this.
My wife's really going to be upset about this.
This Mike Lindell, can you hear me?
Oh, my God. I love that, man. Mentioned this guy that was burned, like 95% of his body.
Yeah.
Oh, that stinks.
A kid, you said.
Yeah, as a kid. He was like 4 years old. He's 18 now. His name is Johnny Quinn. What a cool name.
Totally cool.
Johnny Quinn.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like, dude, I was going surfing this weekend. Who you going with?
Quinn.
Johnny Quinn. Me and Johnny Quinn are gonna go hit the waves.
Kind of like Johnny Quest. Remember Johnny Quest?
Yeah, sure. But he got burned. He was just 4 when his family poops. The family poops knocked over a candle in the back garden shed he was playing in. It was an accident. I didn't.
How do you know it was an accident?
Well, I don't.
That's a great point. Did he say it was an accident?
I don't know, but that's the story they're going with right now. And I think it's awful to finger the dog like that because he can't really defend himself. He can't go bullshit. I didn't do that. He knocked it over.
He also can't be questioned, and he knows that.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
He knows he can get away with shit.
He knows he can do whatever he wants.
It's one thing if there's a whiz or a poop on the carpet.
This is diabolical.
It's very hard for him to deny that. But what you're accusing this dog of is attempted murder, essentially.
Maybe it should be treated as such.
And the fact is, we don't know. We'll probably never know what the true story.
Can't be questioned.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he was 4 at the time. He's 18 now. Even if it was just a baby dog, he's probably gone by now. So, but yeah, knocked over the candle. That's an allegation that I firmly deny. So he was saved when his 25-year-old sister. Boy, his parents had quite a gap there, right?
Boy.
Yeah. I was like,
not going to call him an accident, but shit.
Yeah. 4 versus 21 years difference. Wow. Okay. It's nice to see that his parents are still getting it on all that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyways, Leah was babysitting. Well, babysitting is a strong word, because it doesn't sound like she was doing much babysitting.
The dog?
No, Leah, the sister. She pulled him out of the shed fire that apparently the dog caused. Mr. Quinn has since endured more than 80 reconstructive surgeries and battled anorexia. Seems like a weird disorder to get, you know what I mean? Like because of this. Like
maybe he felt really shitty about himself and the situation that his body, and he just
Some body image issues there.
Yeah, but that's just
because you're about to show me a picture, right? And freak me the fuck out.
No, it's not gonna freak you the fuck out. It's a good story. But I bring it up because it hits home. I'm been where he's at. You remember when I pulled that chair out of the fire, and I'm telling you, it hurt so bad for so long. Now I don't have the scarring that this guy has, but I've been there. I know what that's like.
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you have pictures of him there, E?
The burn unit. Mike's been there. Oh God. Shit.
Man. Wow. Could he star in movies as like around Halloween time though?
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That is so grim.
Isn't that so grim? Are there more pictures, E? What happened to the ear? Did the ears just melt away?
I'll say this, man. Burn victims and Mongoloids have this in common. They all do kind of have the same look, right?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I've seen that guy before.
Yeah. Oh, there he is with the fam.
Oh, that's.
Can always pick him out in pictures, can't you? Poor guy, Johnny Quinn.
Oh, this guy.
Does he have his digits burned off? Does he have digits?
Yeah, he doesn't have ears or fingers.
God damn, man.
I know. Is that his sister's kind of hot, right?
Yeah, I guess.
She's old enough, right?
Dude, that girl's like
I know.
12 or
No,
13.
she's not. She's at least 28.
The one in the middle of that picture?
Yeah.
That's like a 12 or 13-year-old girl.
No, it's not.
She has breast buds.
I know, dude.
I thought that was his sister that was 25 or whatever when he was born, and she's now 36. I think that's his sister.
I don't know, man.
No, dude.
Mom,
that's a
dad, brother,
12-year-old
sister.
girl, man.
It's not a 12-year-old girl. That's Leah. She's 36 now.
There's no way that's a.
She looks great.
This is a blue bikini situation. That is
No,
a
it's
12
not.
to 13-year-old girl.
Mr. Quinn, I'm here. I haven't a crush. She said.
That's probably his sister.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking that was the. Yeah, that's probably.
Is he a chef? What is that? Doesn't that look like
No,
a
he's
chef?
just got
I
a
don't think
cool
he's a chef.
personal style. He's changing the subject, E.
Okay.
He doesn't like calling himself a burn survivor. He's a burn thriver. Because it took him a long time to accept what he looks like.
Oh my gosh, that poor little kid.
Yeah. It's a cool hat. Is that Paddington Bear?
Whew.
Yeah, dude, perspective. Talk about perspective a lot,
really.
right? Growing up, he tortured himself over what happened. Why did I even survive? Why didn't I just die in the fire? I would have asked the same questions. Question that all the time. I felt that I was genuinely a monster and I shouldn't have friends because everyone was scared of me and I didn't deserve them. Oh, Mr. Quinn, that's not true. Anyways, he is looking for work. He's trying to pursue a career in modeling.
Come on, man.
What? What?
But
right.
And
Mr. Quinn is working with the Courageous Faces Foundation. He hopes to pursue a career in modeling.
Okay.
Well, dude, we see this from time to time. Remember the kid we were watching, the blind kid that had a couple touchdowns, and he can't wait to make it to the NFL.
Yeah.
So I mean, why dash someone's dreams, man? I want these guys to go for it. You know what I mean?
That's tough.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Hey, you already know that the Hamlin Pub is a great
What
place
could he
to
model
watch.
for, by the way? Like if you were looking for a specific campaign,
I'd go like
You can model for anything, in my opinion. Like
horizontally striped red and green sweaters. No? Gloves with blades on the fingers. Leather
that was
hats.
so fast.
Leather
dude.
brim hats.
I was going to. That was a brilliant Freddy Krueger joke.
Thank you.
That was brilliant, dude. I was thinking like fire prevention gear or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, and you went.
I went full Freddy Krueger.
Wow, that's fucking genius.
Thank you. Hey, you already know that Hamlin Pub is a great place to watch the big tackle ball game with your buddies or even out for an evening with your girl. But are you aware of Hamlin Pubs' amazing Tuesday and Thursday food specials? Tuesdays, they're burger and brew days. That's an Angus burger, fries, and your choice of 12-ounce domestic beer or soda. Should I change that to pop?
Pop. Are we supposed to? I know it's different in regions.
Don't we all say pop here in Michigan?
I think so. Yeah, pop.
I know there's been a change to soda a little bit. It's kind of like, oh, soda, man. It's like, I don't know, it's cooler to say soda or something. But dude.
No, but aren't there some places like you go to Florida
of course,
and you say
soda,
pop
yes.
and they're like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking
it's
about.
Very Midwestern.
How does that happen?
But here we are, right? Hamlin Pubs is in the Midwest. Pop.
Yeah. Change it.
Domestic beer or pop, just $6.99. If pizza's more your thing, then get there on Thursdays when you'll get half off all pizzas. These specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pub locations in Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and of course the 2 in Shelby Township. Crossing out soda, writing in.
You know what happened though, right?
What?
It was soda pop. Soda pop.
Yeah.
And so some people they just split for whatever reason.
Oh, there was a split.
There was a divorce for sure.
We don't know. Yeah.
And
what occurred that day?
Yeah.
The soda pop split.
Yeah.
My God.
You know, it's just odd. It seems like an odd falling out.
Can only
because they're the same thing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And I don't know why we got pop, not soda, and why other places didn't. I don't know. It's weird. What else is weird is all these stories we keep seeing of people like, there's a black girl selling lemonade on the corner, and it's like the cops get called. Some white woman calls the cops, or black guys having a picnic in a park, and that white woman called
about grilling. You're not allowed to grill in the park.
Yes, and it turns into this whole. It's just easy to go racist.
Becky's calling.
Yeah, barbecue Becky was one of them, or something like that.
Dude, I saw one on Twitter yesterday. I think a listener tweeted this at me. A family that's in a smallish vessel, and there's like whales that
You mean like a motorcycle sidecar situation? Or you mean like
just a small boat?
Yeah, a vessel.
Oh, a vessel. Okay.
A seafaring vessel.
Gotcha.
And they're out there, and these whales are breaching near them. And the woman, the wife, is, you never see the people, but they sound like a white family of probably a dad, a mom, and like a son and a daughter.
They're whale watching.
That's why they're out there to whale watch?
I don't know, but there's no black people out whale watching, are there?
Oh,
seems
that's
like
where you're going.
A very white thing to do. But
assuming they're white people, the dad is like totally under control. Like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
In fact, he sort of reminded me of it's a double rainbow guy. He's like way over the top on how amazed he is at these whales. But the mom is flipping out. She calls the fucking cops.
What?
She calls the cops. We're out here in whatever bay, and there's 2 large whales under our boat. I just want to tell you because I'm afraid they're gonna flip us over, capsize us.
Wow.
And so everybody on Twitter's
come
like,
and talk to the whales. And,
everybody on Twitter's like, even black whales are immune to Becky calling on them.
Film she starred in alongside Louis C.K.
It's just ridiculous though how freaked out this family is. Like, just
that's.
Cheat her along, if it's making you nervous, just move away.
Dude, that would be weird to see. I mean, those things are massive.
Yeah.
To see one of those come out of the water close to you. You've got something playing underneath.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you see that video? Speaking of whales, there was that video of like 3 breaching in a row. It was like whoosh, whoosh,
so with the triple rainbow behind it too. It's an amazing image.
Is that what it was? Are you being serious?
No, I saw. It must be whale breaching season now because I'm seeing a lot of whale breaching videos.
Yeah.
The one I'm thinking of is, aside from this Becky one, is one going up and there's like a triple rainbow behind it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, this is one where like 3 whales,
one after another,
2, 3, and these people are just like, holy shit.
Face of the industry.
Yeah. Do black people not whale watch? Back to that.
It just seems like a white thing to do. Bird watching, whale watching. It just seems very white,
Yeah, I reckon.
I mean, I don't want to.
Why wouldn't black people be just as amazed by the sperm whale? Let's say.
I don't know. It's not like whenever I guess I'm not trying to be racist and I'm not trying to put people in categories or anything like that. I don't want to do that. But I've seen plenty of whale watching videos. And I've never seen a black family out there.
I've never thought about it.
Yeah.
You've thought about it? Like you look at it and go,
just now.
White.
Just now when you said, because you brought it up. You started this, not me. Don't get me in trouble here. Because you said what appears to be a white family. I was like, I don't care what they are. But you said they sound like a white family.
And then you're like,
what does a white family sound like?
Yeah.
Oh, like kind of like this. Hey, there's whales in the water. Look at the whales. Oh my gosh. I'm afraid it's going to capsize.
I want to hear what a white family sounds like to Jay. All right, Easus. You've got the volume muted. That's not going to help.
Wait a minute.
White.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're all right. Calm down. Calm down.
Calm down. Right under us, you guys.
You got.
That's what you're out there for, isn't it?
If not, just be amazed by it and roll away if you want to move away from them.
He's checking
These
us
people
out.
that they want to see nature, but it needs to be in the perfect situation for them.
Oh, Jesus. What do we have going on underneath this?
I don't know. There's always something on all this shit.
Pause it, and find out where your music's playing from.
I think there was a Mountain Dew bottle there. Another clue that it's a white family.
Absolutely. Well, I think black people. Well, they like purple drink.
Do they?
Right, yeah. They like purple drink.
What is going on, E?
I don't know.
What is even
I'm kind of interested in what it is.
What is even happening? Yeah, what else does E have playing on his
Sounds like there's
computer?
3 things playing underneath.
Could be anything. This is probably a porn going on in the background.
Why don't you close shit if we're not going to get to it? Because we're not going to play other videos.
Okay,
so just close a bunch of shit out.
And I pretty much described the whale video. You really don't need to see any more of it.
Yeah.
But,
well, I did.
What happened here?
Well, keep the 911 thing. Did you just close it?
Yeah.
Fuck. Woman called 911 because she saw it at Walmart. She saw a black guy with 2 white kids. He was apparently babysitting.
Yeah.
Them. Not apparently. He was babysitting them. And she's like, goes up and questions the kids. Like, are you guys okay? Like,
can you imagine?
Fuck no, dude. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with humans? And it's like,
blink twice if you're in trouble.
And the cops
kidding me?
And of course people are gonna be like, oh, the cops fucking show. And it's like, dude, if there's a call made, I bet the cops showed up to this whale thing. Because they're called, they'll show up. It's what they do. It's like
protect and serve.
And so she calls to have a welfare check done. Well, the cop's not gonna go, fuck you, I'm not coming. Like, he's gonna show up, and since this thing has been said, welfare check, he's got to look at the kids and go, hey, is everything okay?
Right.
How humiliating for this black guy,
dude,
who runs I guess he works day and night with children.
Let's see Becky. Where's Becky?
I don't know. Oh shit.
She's not Becky to be outed.
She's not on this.
I don't think she's on it.
This is just a video. It looks like of him. I think it's a video of him, like, right? The cop comes up to him and he's dealing with it, right?
She follows him all the way home and calls the police.
Fuck.
And he called the police too, I think, and said, I'm being followed by this fucking woman.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And so the cop shows up.
That doesn't look like her pictures.
Yeah, just go to the video. Okay. It's okay.
That is insane.
I didn't do anything. But the police are here now.
All these channels, all these fucking sites now have commercials that come on, and I don't even know where they're from.
We've never experienced this before.
God damn you to hell.
They open up, dude, all the
You're
time.
making my bones hurt, Isis.
Is that a poem?
Here.
That was a poem.
This could be anything.
It's on the fucking Tom Cruise video for whatever reason, or Tom Arnold.
The police.
Filming in portrait.
The police is
Fast
there.
forward a little bit, E. Go a minute in or so. It's good. Jesus, Jesus, just let it go.
I was at Walmart. Yeah, I got 2 kids I'm babysitting.
Cops like,
We
yeah, but
ate
you're
at
black and I'm
Subway
white.
At Walmart, went and got some gas. She pulled up talking about are the kids okay? Why wouldn't they be okay? No one's yelling, no one's screaming, no one's trying to run away. She left, came back.
How insulting is
Dude,
this?
And said,
so
asked
offensive.
to see the little
Yeah.
girl so she can ask her if does she know who I am.
Yeah.
All right.
They do
And
say
then
though, see something,
I
say
went
something.
over to get some
You know
gas
what I
at
mean?
Murphy. She came back there and stayed there.
What do you think is going through her mind? Do you think she's just thinking, it's rare to see a black guy with 2 white children? He must have kidnapped them, or they must be in
Yes.
danger. Is that honestly what's going through her mind?
That's what it sounds like.
But after talking to this guy, like, she confronted him, and he's like, "Ma'am, I'm babysitting these kids," and the kids would have said that
They
too.
gotta step out. Please explain to the officer who Mr. Lewis is. Please.
Radio 1314 restricted
Yeah.
return.
And he's babysitting us.
Okay.
And he took us to catch her, and then took us to Subway for dinner. And then
It's exactly, corroborates his story completely.
So.
Oh my God.
Cop is just
Dude,
like,
did you see him? He put his hand. The
Yeah.
cop put his hand on his face because he's just like he's not the racist here. He's just here because he's been, like you guys said, called
By a racist.
right by a racist.
This
but-
guy, by the way, works with children all day long. He runs his
white
own. He
kids
has his own mentoring program,
Uh,
and these kids go to his mentoring program. And the parents said their son attends this program. They'd arranged for him to watch the children. Parker fumed that this is the dad, Mr. Parker or whatever, that Lewis had been targeted for babysitting while black.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently babysitting while black.
That woman ought to be ashamed of herself.
I know. Isn't that just horrible?
She needs to be outed.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind her being outed. It's just, you want people to mind their own fucking business, do their own thing. You know, obviously, you hate to see something and go, I don't want to say anything because I'm going to come off looking like a racist. If you actually saw something that troubled you, but at
it
the
has
same time,
to be more than just seeing two races with each other to trouble you.
Dude.
There has to be some treatment of the kid or something in the kid is in his actions to make you think he's actually been kidnapped or being held against his will. I mean, it's absurd.
Who are these people that are like, do you have a permit for that? Like, what the fuck do you care? Do you have a permit to be selling lemonade on the street corner?
We're a nation of laws.
I understand that, but God, can't you just walk by? Why would that thought even pop in your head? Like, I wonder if that black girl has a permit. The fuck are you? What, you're in the park and they're family barbecuing.
Yeah, I'm not willing to go all the way and just be like, oh, these people who are asking for permits and things.
Yeah, the permit one.
Yeah, I mean, there is a slippery slope if you're there's. I know I hate to bring that into it.
Our Asian listeners,
but no, if some crazy shit's going down in my neighborhood, some business or something. Being
but
open
a
on the
lemonade
corner.
stand?
I understand. I know.
And I hate lemonade stands. I don't like making eye contact.
But for you to like poo-poo anybody who asks the question, I think is wrong. But we definitely have seen some examples of people way over the top, asking for proof and pushing it to ends that are just ridiculous.
To me, that permit situation, for example, I think honestly there'd be nothing wrong with maybe calling and say, "Hey, I go to this park a lot. We're not supposed to be cooking on it. I think." Maybe check this out. But then she stuck around. She went over the top when she stuck around, was,
on the phone.
Like on the phone, yeah.
I'm scared for my safety.
Engaging the person.
Right, engaging the person. To me, again, that's where that draws.
At best, you make a call and just report it. At best.
Yeah. Worried about someone parking in a handicap spot.
Yeah.
All these fucking people. The one I didn't mind wasn't there a kid did he have a lemonade stand? But he ran it like 12 hours a day for 4 weeks or something, and there was like a line of cars.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Now that's different. But if you just see like an 8-year-old black girl on the corner selling lemonade, like, dude, who doesn't just drive by? Stop for a refreshing beverage if you'd like. If not, move along. Ugh, humans.
Hey, gentlemen, it's October. The spooktacular savings are back from the dead with our repulsive friends Zot, Ford, and Holly. For the month of Rocktober, you can lease a new 18 Ford Escape as low as $57 a month. $57 a month!
Jesus, where's your car?
This squeamishly haunting deal will boo gone before you know it, E.
I know.
So slither your way to Zot Ford to see your zombie-rific friends and get your ghoulish new Ford Escape as low as $57 a month. Check out the bone-chilling deals and horrifying inventory at dealsinthed.com.
I don't want to. It seems ticky-tack, but do you think he overbooed?
That's a tough one, honestly, to read that. The boo gone before you know it.
Yeah.
The be gone, he's booed two words together. He's created boo gone. That's new, man.
Before you know it.
Before was there. Boo gone is new. If I'm not mistaken.
I think it's overbooed. I think it's a case of overbooing.
This squeamishly haunting deal will boo gone before you know it.
I think it sounds better to the ear canal if you say, this squeamishly
haunting deal
will be gone before you know it.
I'd rather have boo gone before. I think boo gone is fucking awesome.
You don't think it's overbooed?
No, I'm saying I'd rather have, if you had to pick one, I'd rather have boo gone and then have before you know it.
No, you got to before.
No?
You got to before. You can't leave it before. Not during Rocktober. Easy. Stop it. Shame on you.
It's Rocktober.
Come on. What are we doing for email?
Hey, if you want to write into the show, send us your thoughts to email@detroitcast.com.
I want to be clear. I don't think that overbooed should prevent anyone from going and buying
a $57 a month Escape.
Yes, I think you should still go there. Maybe take it up with Gabar when you get there. I don't have a problem with that, but I still think you should go there and buy a car.
Dan writes in, firsthand knowledge of an acute ruptured Achilles. Hello, Podfathers. While this is my own experience and others may differ, the acute, complete rupture of my Achilles was not painful in any way.
Bullshit.
In 2002, I was working shingling a roof. I jumped from the main roof onto an adjacent dormer to get the tarp over the peak of the dormer roof, and I'm fully loaded. Tool pouch, tools at the time. When my left foot landed on the roof of the dormer, I felt like I had kicked the back of my ankle or like someone had lightly thrown a tennis ball that hit the back of my boot. Wondering what just happened, I tried walking around and taking a few steps. Nothing hurt, nothing at all. But when I took a full step, I almost face planted onto the roof because I could not push back with the ball of my foot.
Ugh.
I finally get to the ground with the help of a coworker, take my boot off to see what's going on. Where you would normally see the Achilles tendon on the back of your ankle was nothing but mushy goo of wrinkly skin.
Oh.
It's just gone, that whole area.
Yeah.
It's just mushy goo.
Yeah, I know
it's my nightmare, my absolute
I
nightmare.
know it is. It's turning into my nightmare.
Well,
by the
after
way.
diagnosis, the doctor and I agreed to surgery to repair it. The doctor explained the procedure and the about 1/2 inch incision it would require. On the morning I chose a spinal tap because in order to be put under general anesthesia, I would have had to be intubated, and there's no way around a tube going down my throat while unconscious. There's no way I was going to do that. Throughout the surgery, I talked with a nurse, asking him different questions. He had a Fokker.
Nice.
Gaylord Fokker as his nurse. While we were bullshitting and having a great time, my whole body jumped backward. So he's laying face down, just bullshitting with the nurse, and they're working on his Achilles. Whole body jumps backward like someone grabbed my foot and was trying to drag me off the table. Either that or I was getting boo food while drugged and anesthetized. While this was going on, I asked the nurse what was happening. And of course, they said, Fokker replied, nothing much. Everything's good to go. After the surgery, while I was in recovery, doctor came over, talked about how it went. His words were, that was the worst Achilles rupture that I have ever seen.
Whoa.
The incision is only supposed to be 1/2 inch, ended up being about 3 inches long. Come to find out that jerking that I felt was them jerking my calf muscle down so they could reattach my Achilles.
Oh my God, dude. Is this from Matt Horsecock guy that can't feel pain?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, all of that.
So they took like vice grips, grabbed his calf muscle, and are just pulling it toward the ball of his foot.
Yeah, I'm out too. Tap it out.
I'm not a little dude either, so I don't know if they use vice grips or what, but they were jerking on that thing hard. After 8 weeks in a cast, 8 weeks of rehab, or 8 months of rehab, it was repaired as well as it could be. The most painful part of the whole process wasn't the tear itself, it was recovery and the plantar fasciitis. To this day, I will still get pain if I don't stretch and exercise every day. I still get plantar fasciitis once in a while if I wear the wrong footwear. On the top of it all, no matter how much I work that calf muscle out, it's only half the size of the other one due to the inability to flex the muscle as far as it used to. He's got his little weird, so he looks weird too.
He should get those calf implants.
Totally.
That we've seen.
That
You know what I mean?
whole email was about how it didn't hurt, but okay, so what? The one little part didn't hurt. All the other stuff sounded like
no, the
torture.
rupture didn't hurt. Was the
I know,
point.
but but okay, I'd rather have the rupture.
Yeah,
feel
from
as
thereafter, it was absolute torture in hell.
You know how when you blow out a knee, they like
yes, I do.
The swelling has to go down before they can do surgery.
Before that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that to Bougon?
Right.
The swelling.
So with that one, is there a wait, or do you like before they can do that surgery on an Achilles rupture? Is it like, oh, we got to wait 2 weeks for something to go down?
It doesn't sound like it.
So you can go right in and just have the
have that mushy
grips.
The mushy goo just gets opened up and vice grips go in.
Oh, can you imagine, dude? If you're just walking and then you can't push off on the ball of your foot at all. Oh.
That's what's so crazy about this injury is it's so surprising to everybody who reacts to it.
I'm done walking, dude.
They say it feels like you're getting hit in the back, like everybody turns around. Like we saw in that video the other day of the ref running down to signal the touchdown. He turns around.
Yeah.
Like, who just kicked me? Who just hit me?
Yep.
Weird.
I'm done walking, man. I think I'm going to scooter it from now on, even in the house. I'm going to do something.
Hey, Mark with a C writes in with a grievance. Grievance found me whilst visiting my extended family over Canadian Thanksgiving. Perhaps a lesson for American TDCers as you prepare to host family in November.
Oh, Thanksgiving. That's right. That's our last day before we hibernate.
Yeah.
Yep.
While preparing to be a good host for your family, why is a bathroom hand towel so far down the list? After recycling 2 beers at a relative's house, a hand wash is in order, unlike E. After a frothy scrub, why must I guess how to dry my hands? Do I use the oversized kid's Disney beach towel hanging there? Yeah. Or do I guess what other body towel strewn around the bathroom has not touched somebody's scrotum? So now my clean hands have to play bacteria roulette, hoping to avoid a stray pit hair. Please, worthy host, put several dry hand towels in the bathroom. The used up ones can be cast aside with fresh ones for your guest. This is so fucking bona fide.
Yeah, unbonafide. I agree.
It's bona fide. This is something that has bothered me for years. Why is the hand towel so small, and why is it there's always just one there, and it's absolutely soaked, it's saturated by halfway through the party.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
That's what your pants are for, dude.
That's what you end up doing. You end up just on your shirt and your pants.
I'm going to say this is pussy plus old man plus. E?
I'm going bona fide.
What? Guess we're just making up all these things. Even though I don't tend to, as he pointed out, necessarily wash my hands every time, I would still say bona fide. No, that's not true. I'm not, just not ever. But I would still say bona fide because I do hate when I'm in someone's house and it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You just need a towel and it's just, you're right. Why isn't it there? Why is it? It's so weird to me.
There's always the go-to powder room in the party situation, right? Everybody's on the main floor of the house and everybody's using the same powder room to go take a piss after 2 beers and wash their hands. And god damn it, that little tiny that decorative hand towel, which usually has some sort of patch on it, embroidered
we're like
shit.
not supposed to use it even
like
or something.
Like a big turkey or some shit,
stupid.
right?
You almost feel like you're going to get in trouble. You almost feel like you're going to get in trouble for using because the wife's going to be like, that's a nice towel. It's like, well, we have freaking 20 people here and people are going to the bathroom.
Have some formidable terry cloth on hand for these parties, please, people.
And you can still use your gay little decorative thing, but just have some real ones is what you're saying?
Yes, have multiple ones.
There's such an easy fix for this, you guys.
Host goes in, grabs the old one, replaces it halfway through the party. Come on. Mark, I'm with you,
Easy fix. Don't wash your hands.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You don't, then none of this it's a moot point.
Don't have parties.
There you go. Even better.
P.S. says Mark, I guess Ian Walters will say old man or pussy because neither one of them has the mental fortitude to offer up a generous meal to their cherished family nor clean a bathroom.
Well, that's not true. I said bona fide.
We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
You got me wrong.
Very good. All right. Let's get out of here. God, he's got me thinking about Thanksgiving. I could go for some turkey right now.
I got some in the fridge right now. I'm going to grab it right now. Yeah.
Do you have any mashed potatoes and gravy?
No. And
cranberries?
No, and I don't have enough to share. I'm sorry. It's just.
Why would you bring that up then,
dude?
It's
just sliced turkey because I'm going to go eat it right now.
Oh, man. I wish I was eating it with you right now. Next time, bring more. See you guys tomorrow.
Listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.